Hi, my loves. So, today, okay, I come to you with a dream about an explosion of repressed feelings, okay? So, I really hope, whomever this is for, that it gets to you, okay? Because you have something going on where maybe someone's mistreating you, or maybe you just feel mistreated, or it's something that you have just been really passive about. And I really feel like you have been wrong time and time again by whomever, and you're being very passive about it. But if you are not careful, if you do not go ahead and acknowledge your emotions and how you feel in a conscious manner, you are going to explode and your ego is going to have a field day, okay? Hey baby, I don't know your name and you don't know mine, but I just been looking at you for a while now, and I believe that I'm in love. All right, y'all. So in this dream, I was just looking out onto the land, just looking at how beautiful it was. And then all of a sudden, I started seeing explosions happening everywhere, like everywhere. And at first it scared me and made me think, dang, are we going to get attacked or something like that? But an explosion in a dream means there's some kind of repressed feelings coming to the surface. So it's something that you may have been trying to suppress that can no longer be ignored. And it could be anything. It could be maybe you've been working too hard. It could be maybe you feel like someone is mistreating you, a friend or a family member. Maybe you feel like something unfair has been happening if you have siblings. Maybe you feel like one sibling is being treated better than the other. Maybe something was taken from you and you didn't speak up on it, and that is coming to the surface. Maybe someone is bullying you and you have been trying to ignore it. And it doesn't have to be like physical bullying, but it could be mean girl bullying. It could be gossiping. It could be doing little things just to bother you, trying to make you upset, just being mean to you in a little snotty way. But it's something that's happening around you, and it's something that you have been feeling, okay? Either it is something that someone else is feeling. Maybe you're the one making somebody feel this way, or maybe you feel this way and you are about to explode. And it's like when things go wrong, you're very passive about it. And this is the source of your repressed rage. So I was reading an Osho where sometimes our egos allow us to hold on to things. And sometimes we think if we're just being nice all the time that we're actually helping, but in a sense you can be hurting yourself. So I feel like the winning ticket isn't exactly to express this and to blow up and have an explosion, but to actually either talk about how you feel, okay? And sometimes we don't do it because we feel like it's a boss or maybe somebody that of authority, but in reality, if you continue to allow yourself to get drugged around by somebody, then you end up with the short end of the stick, and it's not fair to you. And when it is released, it will feel as though it is the end has begun. But don't be scared. You can't be scared to stand up for yourself, because if you allow people to just walk all over you and do whatever they want to do, then you end up in this effed up situation. And I feel like when I look back up on my life, I ended up in certain situations because I was so passive and I just allowed people to walk all over me, do whatever they want, treat me how they wanted to treat me. And in this life, our goal is to ascend, okay? And you don't want to go through this process, this experience of life, being sad, depressed, or feeling beat up, or feeling all down. And in a sense, that is ego. That's feeding into your ego. You don't want to live that way. You want to be happy, prosperous. We all deserve to be happy. We all deserve to live lives that aren't so difficult or aren't so stressful. And you have to remember that. If you don't tell them how you feel, you're doing yourself a disservice. And it's not that you're being mean, you're being honest. And, this is something that's been hard for me because, I don't want to be mean. But at the same time, not being honest with others is how you end up hurt. And, especially in my situation, if I'm doing something and I know I can't do it, or I know my foot is hurting or my knee is hurting, and I could potentially hurt myself really bad. I could potentially end up in a hospital because I'm trying to do something that I know I shouldn't be doing. And me speaking up is not me being mean. It's me being truthful. It's me being real, and it's me being honest, because 9 out of 10, I'm going to have to pay for my medical bills. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. And if you don't speak up, you will end up hurt in the end. Just like the example I gave y'all, I would end up hurt. I would end up in the hospital. I would end up going through whatever. And this message is not to... It's not to say that you need to kick the doors in and start going off on everybody, but it's to ensure that you take matters into consideration now before you blow up and it's worse than it should be. Because it's really not meant to be bad. It's not really meant to be a bad situation. But if you don't speak up for yourself, maybe that is the test that you are taking right now. You need to speak up for yourself. You need to tell how you feel. And you don't have to be scared of people's responses. Sometimes people are going to get upset with you, and they may feel some kind of way, and that's okay. But you spoke up for yourself. And if it was the other foot, okay, if it was the other way around and it was that person, 9 out of 10, they would quickly speak up for themselves. So, and that's the hard thing about being nice and being passive. A lot of times when you're passive about a lot of things, people assume that you're always going to be passive and they can just run over you. And when you put your foot down and say no, they get mad. But it is what it is. You should not put yourself in an effed up situation just because you're scared of how it's going to make such and such feel. You know what I'm saying? And that's the end of this message. I hope whomever it's for, it reaches you, and that you are able to fix whatever it is that you need to fix before it's too late. You know what I'm saying? And I love you. And, subscribe to Join the Cartel. I'll see you guys later. Deuces. Oh, check out the merch, okay, in my website down below, okay? There's merchandise, blogs, all that good stuff, okay? See you guys later. Deuces.